Hey, this is SueAnne with the Lily Flagg Signal History Podcast, here to tell you some fun facts about Huntsville history. Let's get into it. My podcast, Lily Flagg Signal, is actually named for a cow, Signal's Lily Flagg. In 1892, she set the world butter production record, something that was put in newspapers as far away as Australia, and they held multiple parties in her honor here in town. There's no evidence the cow actually was at the party, but hundreds of people were. The party was catered by Zini Pruitt, an award-winning cook, and Lily Flagg was then sent to the World's Fair in Chicago in 1893. However, she was deemed too good at butter production and was actually disqualified from some of the competitions. She was then sold to a farmer in Massachusetts and sadly never returned to Huntsville. But you can still see her name on lots of products and locations around town, including my show. Lincoln Avenue downtown actually isn't named for Abe Lincoln like you might expect. It's actually named for a Revolutionary War soldier named Benjamin Lincoln. Starting in 1900, for about 30 years, Huntsville had a trolley system through downtown. It started up north in Dallas Mill, ran around the courthouse square, and went all the way down south to Merrimack Mill. I kind of wish we still had it. The guy who started the Huntsville Times, J. Emery Pierce, was really eccentric. He actually had a castle, yes, castle, at the 5 Points intersection where you now see tenders in the gas stations. We're all familiar with Egg Beater Jesus as a landmark, but did you know that that mosaic has a real name? It's Cosmic Christ. Alabama's first state constitution was actually signed here in Huntsville in 1819. You can visit the site now at Constitution Hall Park, though fun fact, all of those buildings are reproductions from the 1980s. Huntsville was actually the site of the first private and public schools to integrate in Alabama. That was in 1963. Big Spring Park has gone through a lot of changes, and at one point there was actually a roller rink in the park. There's actually been a county courthouse on the downtown square for over 200 years. We're currently on our fourth one. Downtown is actually built on a limestone cave. The spring in Big Spring Park is actually water that's coming out of that cave. Huntsville actually elected their first woman to public office before women were allowed to vote. Her name was Alice Borman Baldridge. She's also the first woman licensed as an attorney in Madison County. One of the driving factors in the desegregation of downtown businesses was an event called Blue Jean Sunday, in which Black community members urged people to wear jeans to church for Easter instead of buying new, fancier clothes from downtown businesses. The estimated impact of this protest was over $1 million just for that one weekend. There's never a battle in downtown Huntsville during the Civil War, despite the city changing hands multiple times, because when the alert came that Union troops were approaching, the people who were supposed to send a telegram to call for reinforcements didn't. They were conveniently from Pennsylvania, Union sympathizers, and they just went ahead and tossed that telegram right out, never sent it. Therefore, the next morning, Union troops could march right into town with no resistance. In 1924, the mayor and city council disagreed so badly that they actually had their own separate police forces appointed because they wouldn't acknowledge each other's appointees. And at one point, one of them tried to arrest a member of the other police force. The newspapers deemed this the City Hall War of 1924, and it took months, including some threatened lawsuits and the mayor straight up skipping town at one point, before it was finally resolved. That's all I've got today. Thanks for listening. If you want to find out more Huntsville history, check out my podcast, Lily Flagg Signal, wherever you stream your shows, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.